history.
I suppose a generic question, but important question. Are you concerned for the future?
It's a good question. It's a relevant question. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about. Well, no, I am fractionally concerned. What I am concerned about is people overstepping their bounds and infringing on people's free will. We're all free will beings. We all have a free will to make our choices and our own accountability. We have to be accountable, and that goes for everyone in that corporate government. They need to be accountable for their actions, and they're not. They hide themselves. They tell lies to you that they've done the right thing. And when they do get caught out and they have to take accountability, their friends stand them down and then send them off on a holiday. So that's not accountability. That's finding an easy way out of your negative actions. So what I would say is, overall, I'm not concerned because I know that the people know where to go. Live and express yourself through your heart. Know that you live through your heart. It's not your mind. Don't let your mind take over. Settle your mind. Go through your heart.
So, any words for the people, Leon?
I love you. I honour you and I respect you and I thank you for everything you have done and you continue to do. Strive forward for that world that you want to see and be what you want to see in the world. A benevolent being.
Have you got a quote in Latin to motivate the people?
Oh, I have a couple, but I just want to speak quickly to, the children are our future. Love your children. Let them grow in their free will. Sure, give them boundaries, but don't encroach on their free will to express themselves. If we can bring up benevolent, beautiful children, then we, as a society, actually have an opportunity to make something great. As for Latin, well, non nobis solum, not for ourselves alone, and nil mortalibus audi est. Nothing is impossible for mortal man.
Nice.
And I will throw that in there. Royal New Zealand Engineers. Shame on those who think this is shameful. Yeah, I'll stand in my truth always. I will always stand in my truth. I don't fear any infringers of free will. And I just want to say a big thank you to, all of you, but in particular there was one man that came down there and got me some boot nugget and a brush, and I really appreciate that. But he gave me this card from his child, who can't have been much older than 5 or 6, and it just said, I love you on it, Convoy 2022, and that really moved me. I've still got that today. I carry that with me. So thank you. Bless you all, and I want to thank everyone that supported me while I was away at this occupation, because there was people flooding in with support. I had battery banks come down, I had cables, I had paper, I had pens, I had money as a gift given to me, which I used on behalf of other people, getting generators and things, paying for petrol and the like. And I just want to thank you all so much. It absolutely moves me as to the support that we had, not just for me but for others. And I just want a big shout out to Manawatu especially. Thank you so much for the support you gave me and continue to. Bless you all. So from here, I'm Leon, and always love this nation and always will. It's a beautiful country.
Thank you.
Thank you. So there is something else I want to address, and that goes to these people that were within this occupation for freedom of people's autonomy. There's a few people I want to address. One of them is Flutie. All right, we all know you're a grifter, but it's not about the money, bro. It's not about following. It's not about getting people to like you. I don't know where you've been. I see that you've put up videos. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel, dude. But you know, some of the things you said to me post Parliament were just absolutely egregious. You know, I wished you and your family well, and you told me I didn't know what direction I was going in. You know, I asked you what your specialty is, and you told me, oh, you just do everything. Well, that's ridiculous. We all have a specialty. You know, you're not God's chosen man. You know, I think your constitution you wrote's trash, but I want you to find your heart, and I want you to really find your heart. I want you to actually connect with the people, not just stand there like a liberal and listen and go, oh yeah, no, we'll do that. Because when you're at Parliament, dude, and I remember walking around a couple times, we couldn't get down Molesworth within 2 hours because you'd listen to every single person. There's no time for that. We were thinking of every single person, and if an issue came up, a person might come and tell us what a free will being might come up and tell us what the issue was, and we might be able to test, adjust and correct that. But you wasted a lot of time. You rubbed a lot of people up the wrong way. You put people in danger. You're playing games, bloody trying to trespass cops and stuff. You just look like a dick. And so I really want you to find your heart. I want you to really connect with yourself and ask, am I doing the right thing? Okay? So I love you, dude, but you need to do a bit of introspection, mate. Because I didn't go down there to gain a following. Nor do I want one, you know. So, yeah, him. That woman in the counterspin truck, Lisa. Jabba the Hutt, we nickname her. She siphoned a lot of money from this convoy, sitting on her fat ass in that truck. My dog was down there, and you fucking abused him. Why do I say that? You lied to me. You told me you walking him and things. You didn't walk him. You walked up to the toilet and back. You know, when I moved out of that tent, and I remember pulling out the water bowl out of his food bowl, and throw the water out so I could move my gear. And you had this big, dirty, rotten pork steak. Would you feed that to your dog? Would you eat that yourself? No, you wouldn't. You know? You're lazy, you're inconsiderate of people, and it's just not on. You know, the fact that you siphoned that money, ridiculous. You know, spending it on lavish lunches for leader groups. You know, I saw you later on at the Ivory Hiko, and you come down with all those Subway sandwiches. It's like, where are you getting this money from? Are you a DHB informant or something? Well, I don't know, but it's highly possible. The other two women that stole that money that was given to them by one of the organisers. Yeah, I realise that you were brought back into the fold. You know who I'm talking about. You know that I'm talking about you. But and you know, one of them fled off to the South Island with a bigger lot, but that $13,000, girl, not cool. I realise that people forgave you and you apologised, but it doesn't really cut it. You shouldn't be doing this movement. You shouldn't be in on this. I see you around doing the occupation at the Marsden and all that. I see what you're doing. You stole off of my Occupation V2 plan, in fact, and you re-instigated it for Marsden, thinking you were a smart ass. Well, guess what? You're not. That failed. Okay? You're not a good planner. You're not tactical. You're not in the officer class. You're not an officer. Stop acting like one, walking around in that desert smock that you have. It's ridiculous. So I send you love. I hope you can find yourself and accept people for who they are. Yeah. You know, you're going around all bloody Christian evangelists telling people they're wrong and blah blah. Yeah, well, maybe you're wrong. Yeah, but no, there was other beautiful people there though. That yeah. Hey, Papa Huni, you're a beautiful man. Hey, loved what you did down there. Hare Krishnas, hey, love you, honour you, respect you, and thank you. Hey, you really brought the vibe up, and I appreciate that.
Every time I'd go there, I'd look forward to seeing them.
Yeah, that was so good.
There's a lot of other people I enjoyed seeing, but those guys, you clearly knew who they were.
Yeah.
And I don't think they ever got hurt. I think they were looked after. I could be wrong. I wasn't there on the last day, but
no, they were beautiful. They left in time.
Okay.
But there's one more person I want to address, and that's JT. Yep. I know you're an informant of some sort, and I know that your boys lit those fires. I saw you come down off that on that beam scooter. I saw you come down there and go, oh, what a shame this is happening, and then a couple of minutes later those fires got lit. Yeah. Yeah, and then you said you were, what did you say? You'd been a Navy SEAL. That's ridiculous. You know how many times I've heard people tell me that they've been a Navy SEAL? That's a thing called stolen valor, mate. Right? I've never been to war. I wouldn't claim to have been to war. I never had any rank slides bigger than a sapper. I'd never claimed to have been a lance jack. So why the hell would you claim to be a Navy SEAL? And then when I hit you up about it, you're like, oh no, not now, I don't have time. Yeah, because you never were. Yeah. If you ever went for Navy SEAL training, you'd probably ring the bell on the first day. So, you know, get rid of that pipe dream, mate. Right? So I hope you can find yourself too through your heart. And yeah, maybe we'll do a part 2, because, you know, I spent a whole year helping the people of this country, seeing some really positive things and some real shocking things. But, you know, there's some things I'd like to address that happened through the rest of the year that affected the majority of those occupations. You know, and I just want to say, a lot of what drove me to do what I did was a man called Dougie Grant, Corporal Doug Grant. Met him in the engineers, but he was in the SAS and he was killed in Afghanistan. So yeah, I know, I love you, Doug. I didn't know you that well, but I knew you well enough. We had enough chats and things, and you were always a cool, calm, collect dude, and you've driven me for so many years, man, and you'll continue to. So yeah, thank you. I was given this, one of the safe houses I stayed at, from a beautiful woman, and it says, only when the last blade of grass is gone, only then will man realise that money cannot be eaten. It is a very old photo, and it came from Nazi Germany, from a Jewish family that escaped. So I just wanted to put that forward. Bless her.